Right, hello there everyone. Welcome to the finale of Yakuza Kiwami. Today the plan is we're finally going to finish it. Um, Goodness me, I started this playthrough in April of last year. I have no idea how that is even possible. I don't know where the time has gone, what's happened to my perception of time, or anything like that. I don't know how I've managed to to keep this playthrough so infrequent. We've made some great progress over the last couple of weeks, and we're finally we're at the final chapter now. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish with a couple of little things. Level up a few more times. So we've got to go meet Majima again, because of course we've got to get into a little bit more trouble with him. We can level up a little bit. The plan is to get just a little bit more XP, so we can go into the final gauntlet as strong as we can reasonably make ourselves in the amount of time we have. But I'm excited to finally finish it on stream. It will be nice to actually have another game ticked off the list, another one done. Especially a game as great as this, and if we've got a bit of time at the end, maybe I'll see if I can do a couple of mini games or show off a few other little things. But yeah, we'll see. Hello Yovios, how are we doing? Welcome to the finale here. Isn't this the place Nishida mentioned? Wait, is that Majima-san? He looks ill. Kiryu-chan. What the? Damn it, let go of me. You joke, but that's a side quest in Yakuza 0. Thriller backup dancer, it really is. The hell is going on here? Sir, are you okay? Nishida? What the hell is happening? What happened to Majima-san? The boss has turned. He's a zombie now. A zombie? What do you mean? Zombie Majima is more powerful than ever. If he bites you, you'll turn too. It's too late for me. The Simpsons effect. Everything is a mini game in a Yakuza game. I think that just seems to be how it goes. Yeah, that's just it's the Yakuza effect. If you can think of it, the Yakuza people have probably already done it. What? Wait, tell me how this has happened. If you want to survive, run. The Majima family is infected and we'll all have a Kamarocho. Zombie! Help me! What are those screams? Are you guys hurting people? Perfect. Alright, so now we're playing a survival horror game, so this is what I'm really good at, obviously. Majima-san became a zombie, no way. This is what everything's been building up to. The segue into classic survival horror here. Majima-san, snap out of it. Pull yourself together. Kiryu-chan. Damn it, my words don't seem to reach him anymore. At this point, it would be a mercy to stop him. I have to, before he puts the whole city in danger. And Haruka, of course, standing back there, cheering me on. So nothing is happening. So yeah, it's kind of absurd, really, the amount of time it's taken. But this playthrough, I mean, I've thoroughly enjoyed the experience of playing something that isn't just a horror game, and also isn't just a classic platformer. And this is also probably the longest game I've played on stream, other than Pathologic. So it was a gamble, I think, to start playing it in the first place for this channel. and I hope it's paid off. I mean, I know I've reflected on sort of the nature of streaming a few times, but for me it's particularly difficult sometimes to find the time. So whenever I get to the end of a game, end of any game, I know it's definitely something. It's a special moment, or it feels like a special moment for me anyway, because I know I'm not the most timely streamer. I don't always get a chance to stream when I want to, and my own streaming setup is less than ideal. But you know, I have learned a lot. Have you ever thought of playing a story generator like RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress or Crusader Kings on stream? I think that'd be right up your alley. I have considered it. I've never played Dwarf Fortress before, so it could be an interesting experiment, especially with the new Steam version that actually has a GUI, right? So there's actually some graphics in there. So yeah, I could try that, and I could try something like Crusader Kings, because I certainly enjoy those kinds of games, and there's a lot to talk about there in regards to how we relate to narrative and story and stuff. This sort of debate. I was reading a book the other day, and the book was talking about how there were early conceptions of narrative by early narratologists that narratives had to be spoken and formal, so and like just on almost like a one-to-one basis. So you have like plays, for instance, under that conception of narrative weren't narratives at all. They were something else entirely, which is interesting. I think the author themselves went back on that, and they realized the flaw in their logic there. But it's an interesting question, trying to define a narrative and what a narrative is, I think. Trying to think what else I read in the book. There's the classic pitfall, I think, is people failing to recognize the potential of narrative as emergent, something that comes out of even algorithmic processes like games. There's still a total lack of understanding there, and although it's getting better, if anyone's looking for really good video game narratology readings, you just need to look up Marie Laurie Ryan. I think most of her really important readings are available on her own website. But yeah, she does a lot of interesting stuff. She talks about the infraordinary, which is an interesting concept as well, of museums, becoming different places for different objects here. I'll talk about it in a minute. We'll play out the scene here. Thank you for the follow, P.S. Streepomancer. I really appreciate it. Welcome to my weird and wonderful streams. You did it, sir. You took down all the zombies. Yeah, I'm just glad I avoided being turned into a zombie myself. Wait, you're okay? Thought you got bitten and became a zombie. Huh? Well, about that. Everything went just as planned, Kitty-chan. Ugh, you're practically invincible in zombie form. How many times am I going to have to bury you? Wait, what do you mean, just as planned? And what the hell are you doing? Can zombies even do whatever the hell this dance you're doing is? Huh, yeah, right. I ain't a damn zombie. I'm alive and well. What's going on here? I wanted to surprise you, Kitty-chan, so this time I got the whole Majima family in on the act. The level of disappointment there on Kiryu's face is just priceless, and Haruka, there's a judgmental little look she's got as well. Wait, what? See, we were having a brainstorming session about how to get you to take a fight seriously, and we had this zombie flick on in the background. Then it hit me. We hired a shit ton of extras and some makeup artists from the movie biz, and then we had ourselves a little epidemic. So this was just an elaborate plan of yours? I can't believe how much of my time you just wasted. That's a phenomenal facial expression there. No way, man. You got any idea how much this stunt cost? Shit, I practically went through a whole B-movie budget. Hell, I did have cameras rolling. Maybe I can cut it up and make a real B-movie out of it. Maybe I can start a professional flash mob. The Flash Majima. Now I'm dreaming big, Kiryu-chan. Yeah, and I'm still waiting to wake up from this nightmare. Oh well, I lost the fight. I'm glad I got to see Kiryu-chan take himself so seriously. That's so. Anyway, gotta come up with some more fun stuff for you. Hope you're looking forward to next time, Kiryu-chan. See you, Majima. Can't believe he went this far just to stage a fight with me. Majima's conviction for fighting is real. Maybe even I could learn from that. Learn Dragon's Heat Gauge. Okay. Yeah, Verst. I think narrative in games is interesting too, especially as a result of emergent gameplay. It's why I have so much interest in learning about games like EVE Online and Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, there's something really fascinating about this kind of play. I was reading about there's Andrew Reinhardt, who writes about a method of playing called archaeogaming in his 2018 book. And one of the methods that he describes in archaeogaming is actually constructing a methodology for analyzing totally new cultures and ecosystems in the entirely procedurally generated No Man's Sky. And I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately. I think the acronym is like NMAS, like No Man's... No, it'll be NMSAS, No Man's Sky Archaeological Society or something like that. And he's made everything that you need to become, like an actual sort of scientist who's processing all of this really interesting narrative that's been just generated by the machine. And I think it's so interesting how we can be attached to that. PS Troopermancer, I've only recently found your content. I love the analysis of Room 302. It was incredible. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I spent a long time on that video. So it's really wonderful to hear you say that. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I think probably that's one of my favorite videos that I've made. That one, and I'm still trying to get better. So I'm on the path to improvement. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I highly recommend you look it up. It's a really cool way of seeing video games, particularly video games that are played like that. And it also sort of, there's like a history of that stuff drawn from what are they, MUDs? I think they're called, multi-user. I can never remember that acronym, but these old like text sort of network games where you play around, multi-user dungeons, I think they were actually. It's really, like that stuff's really fascinating as well. Stop in the name of the law, Kiryu-chan. Damn, it's Officer Majima. I'll keep talking about it in a second. I just gotta deal with Majima again. Time for another completely randomized inspection. Gotta see if you're carrying anything dangerous on you. Not much I can do about it. You just need to see what I've got on me, right? It is multi-user dungeons. Great. For some reason, I always forget the acronym on my first pass. But yeah, I was doing some really fascinating reading. I haven't finished it yet, but I was doing a fascinating reading before I hopped on this. Oh, what do we have here? Some contraband shit, Kiryu-chan. You're out. You found it. Scoundrel, you've gone and jeopardized the very safety of this fine city. Prepare for some capital punishment. How on earth did he change out of his zombie outfit so quickly? Probably just ran to a phone booth. He seems to have quite a skill. The man of many outfits. That was actually a satisfying dodge. But yeah, the reading I was doing was about how these multi-user dungeons were able to be utilized by people early on, sort of people expressing gender, different from the gender that they were assigned at birth. So they were really early safe space for a lot of people in that regard, in the queer community. That's what I was reading about. But just the potential to make another world and another culture. I think you're bang on there, Yaviast. I'm trying to read the chat, like, as Majima is trying to bash my head in with a pipe. It actually generates in-depth history of the world with historical figures, civilizations, cities. Yeah, like, there's so much. I was playing War Sim, The Realm of Astalona, I think it's called. Might have seen that on the Discord earlier. And in part, like, I'm just fascinated by the potential to take, like, a generated culture that has nothing actually written into it, and then sort of take the name. I don't know why the idea fascinates me so much, but take the name of one of the generated cultures and then weave it into a story, or, just imagine what the culture is like beyond the bounds of the game. There's something, I don't know, really fascinating about that potential. I can't really describe exactly what it is yet. I don't think I have the terminology on hand to describe just how interesting it can get. Catch, Majima. Good catch. But it's fascinating. Love that game, similar in some ways for sure. Well, I'm glad you've heard of it and played it, evidently. If you like procedurally generated cultures and people, tend to be a feature of traditional roguelikes in general. I don't think I've had enough experience with a lot of the traditional aspects of the genre. Like, it's stuff that I read about, but I don't necessarily have that in-depth level of familiarity that I want to have with it. But I suppose there's only so many game genres I can delve into it at any one time. And obviously I spent years now looking at the language of horror games. I was playing. I went back to Deadly Night after we talked about it earlier, and I was just thinking about how the Resident Evil door animation is just a part of the language of horror games. Like, that was just an automatic thought. It's just so it's so interesting. But I really do need to get in touch with sort of the generated culture side of things, I think, and try and really figure out some more terminology and really what's going on behind the scenes, because there's so many people get attached to it, and so many people tell stories, the after action reports and all that kind of thing. I like to think Majima is just listening to me say this. He's just like, what the hell is going on? I have an interesting concept for a horror game that hasn't been done before. I would like to hear it if you're willing to share it. I've got a horror game concept I'm working on at the moment as well. Hopefully I can actually spend some time developing it at the end of the year, and throughout next year would be the ideal. Resident Evil is why you wanted to be a game designer? That's absolutely fair. I think Resident Evil, I really love the design of the first Resident Evil. I think it's a really beautifully designed game. A lot of people don't like the ink ribbons and stuff, but I think in that game in particular they work really well. And a lot of future games that sort of riff on the idea don't do it as well. But the original mansion and everything, just gorgeous stuff. I should play that on stream at some point. Damn, I can't believe this shit. If I let someone as dangerous as you roam free, the safety of a great city of Kamurocho is in jeopardy. I think you're twice as dangerous, actually. It is what it is. I lose this time, but justice never sleeps. I'll catch you red-handed one of these days. Short version is crossbreeding zombies, werewolves, and vampires. Well, if you ever make that game, I'll be around to stream it, I'm sure. That'd be fun. The fact that everything was limited supply added to the terror. Yeah, the problem with limited supply, I think, is that it requires an incredible amount of playtesting and balance, which is why people don't make really great versions of Resident Evil. That's commonly, I think, the misstep is that they're not well balanced enough. The original Resident Evil, I think, was really, really well balanced, and something to be said for a really well balanced horror game. Oh dear, flailing around here. What is this guy? He's gone crazy. That's better. But yeah, I don't want to claim that balancing a game is easy, or that a lot of developers didn't try to balance a game. But I think a lot of games have this sort of knock-on, like a lot of small design decisions have a knock-on effect that often someone who's really familiar with a game doesn't tend to appreciate. I'll take this, thanks. And I'll have a lot of takoyaki, thank you. Takoyaki is a favourite of mine. If you want to be my friend. Thank you. See you soon. 1 and 3 were balanced because it became more action instead of survival horror. I read that they were going to remake the first one again with the new engine. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it would be interesting to see the result of that, considering I think both the original and also the remake they already did in 2002 are really functionally amazing horror games. From a not from a narrative perspective, they offer something different than a serious horror story in the narrative, but obviously that's intentional a lot of the time. Take a seat. Ah. It's hard to imagine Resident Evil 1 being released in the 2020s. Yeah, even if just because there's so many other indie titles now that are coming out that are riffing on the original game and have functionally improved it in a lot of places. Like, if you weren't convinced by the story of the original Resident Evil, there are now alternatives out there that have legitimately interesting stories and very similar gameplay. But yeah, I can't imagine if you were to try and make Resident Evil 1 and just release it and expect it to be the same hit that it was, even if we didn't have a survival horror genre for whatever reason. It would be interesting to see whether players would gravitate towards it. Every 5 seconds in the city. Hang on, what techniques can I upgrade here? I feel like I want to go around here. Because if I go around here, I've got that attack boost, yep, which is going to be helpful for the final battle. And more health. I think we might as well just, we'll be boring. We're just going to try and finish the body tree before we do the final mission. Gotcha. Let go of me. Gonna have to eat some more takoyaki after this. You're almost a Jill sandwich. Where the heck is Majima now? I can hear him. He's nearby. Okay, what messages did you notice? Game centers. Games are fun and all, but when he loses anything, he lashes out pretty harshly against his subordinates, so we're all a bit worried. Please be careful too, sir. Game center. Sorry, Haruka. Sorry. If we go... I really want to find where he is. We can beat him up and then go and beat him up again. He seems to be a pretty reliable source of XP. Are you serious? He has way too much time on his hands. Majima, please. I don't like it when you use breaker style against me. It's not fair. Haruka, what are you doing? Haruka's turned into a pathologic character. Haruka, no. Haruka. It's just Majima, you know Majima. White Haruka walking. What is she doing? Haruka, please. Snap to your senses. Come to your senses. That move, always so satisfying. Unbelievably satisfying. Yeah. I feel like I downloaded the Fallout 4 AI. That's also a good shout. Pathologic may have had bad AI, but that was in 2005. Bethesda still doing it properly in 2015. And RGG Studios still doing it alright. When was this remake released? Can't remember off the top of my head actually. 2017? I can't remember actually. Or maybe it was 2015 as well. Ouch. Not this time. I think what makes it so satisfying is Kiryu just going da 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 every punch. That's what you need. You need audio feedback to go with the visual feedback. Haruka is still freaking out. Majima is having the time of his life, however. Ugh. Take a seat for a second. Equipment. Can I defeat him with table salt? That's what I'd like to do. He's too fast for the salt. No, my salt broke. Majima, you ruined everything. Haruka, help me. Look, is she still going? Perfect. Stand so damn calm even after a surprise attack. That's the Kiryu-chan I know. Thought you were just going to be watching me. You don't even have a good reason for attacking me out of nowhere like that. What are you whining about? I had to see for myself what you could do when you weren't expecting shit to suddenly hit the fan. Ugh, that makes no sense. You're saying I can't let my guard down? Ever? Exactly! So what should my next surprise be, Kiryu-chan? Not even 5 minutes to myself before he comes and fights me again. Next time I'll be dressed as a grandma. Then it will be time to restage Silent Hill Origins and Travis's terrible evil deeds. I'll just go to a restaurant again. We'll have a look in the game center as well. Just thinking in terms of regenerating my health and finding Majima again. Maybe Haruka needs to relax with some games. Play some games or something. Peak photo booth, eh? 400 yen for one turn. Should I take some photos? Yes, please. I think I just need to relax and unwind. Play around with it. Kiryu's sick of being beaten up. Yeah, this one. This one. Yep, ready to go. Okay. Looking good. Perfect. Yeah, I think this is my best one. I think I caught a good angle here. Perfect. Another great image for the collection. Majima's here today. Can play this shitty. I always hated these. Okay. Let's go around the side here. Now this is entertainment. The Origin stream is being peak HGA. I got something! I got something! I won! Ah, oh, almost won too. I can't believe it, I'm a winner. Congratulations! Oh well, you know, all in a day's work. Let's see. I guess I'd rather hold on to the sparrow, thanks. Cool. I don't wanna ruin my lucky streak there. Do you see that, Haruka? I got a soft toy. Yeah, Silent Hill Origins was an interesting time. A lot of fun though. Okay, where the heck's Majima? Didn't even have to ask Mum for more quarters. No sir. Hey old man, give me all your money. Ah, this shit again. A shakedown? You must think I'm an easy target. You better drop the cool guy act before I beat it out of you. Yeah, good luck. I'm pretty sure Majima's gonna bust it on this one. Why do you know? Hey, what? I was in the middle of Majima interrupted my combo on that guy. I'm pretty sure if we like went back through, I would like to just do like some kind of spreadsheet chart and find out what the percentage of the time of this playthrough was spent fighting Majima just alone in comparison to everything else. Tell us a little about your concept, or it's not ready yet. My concept, functionally, I'm really interested in how we deal with space and spatiality and the sense of mastery that we get out of video games. And a lot of what horror has to do is disrupt not just a sense of space and having a firm grip on it, but having a mastery over it. I talk about it vaguely in my Forbidden Siren 2 video that I just released. But we sort of get this... there's no comfort from those Forbidden Siren games because you can never truly reclaim a space. You can never make a space truly safe. You can hide somewhere, but there's always going to be a monster in the level, or in most levels anyway. unless you're playing the rare level that doesn't have any hostile enemies in it. I think there's only a couple of those in the whole series. And what I'm interested in doing is, playing with players' conceptions of time and time and space, basically, and also playing on this idea of really isolation and solitude. So I'm still thinking through a lot of the design decisions and the shape that the game will actually take. But suffice it to say, those are the themes that I'm interested in exploring and what I'm working with. I want to make something that shows an understanding of the foundations of the genre before I try anything truly insane. But I think there's still a number of ways I want to subvert common expectation regarding power in horror games, because Resident Evil often falls into not necessarily a trap. I think it's quite cathartic to reach the end of certain Resident Evil games and be given the assault rifle or the rocket launcher and just blow up your enemies in these fantastic, final battles or final gauntlets. That can be a lot of fun. But also, I think there are already so many games out there that play the power fantasy role. I'm playing one of them right now. And I love these games, and I think there's a place for these games, and I really love them. But I want to make something probably not quite like that. Hearing you talk normally about deep concepts like isolation and the power of space or destroying a man's face as flames spew out is a hell of a contrast. That's why I play Yakuza in the first place. Yeah. Okay, I lose. Come on, why do I have to fight you on top of everyone else? Again. If you're already fighting, then what's one more? You aren't allowed to have fun without inviting me. Next time you're going to start a fight, you better call me first. Guess I shouldn't have expected a fight would be safe from Majima-san. They're best friends, they really are. Okay. A couple more fights with Majima and then I'll have, max health, prevent all damage, performing a resist guard in heat mode. That would be nice. I don't know if there's any tech that I necessarily want or need. Could get this one, I suppose. I think all the soul ones fairly expensive. I don't know if there's anything. Actually, I do want this one as well. I'll try and get another, another 170 XP, so I need to find a sub-story so you can see what have we got. 25%, so I don't think I've ever shown the completion list off in my stream. But this is basically, I've 100%ed 0. I'm working on 100%ing Kiwami 2. And then I want to go back to my non-stream playthrough of Kiwami and 100% it. Or maybe 100% on stream over the course of like 10 years. Who knows? But I do want to 100% all these games, and I know what I'm getting myself into. But you can see that, there's quite a lengthy list of things that you have to end up doing, and a lot of these things are hidden, they're not revealed yet. And you can see there's a lot of mini games I haven't even touched in this streamed playthrough. What I could do is go do a thing of go do a thing of karaoke. I can't remember if that gets me any XP, but it might be nice to spend some time with Haruka and get her to relax. I know I'm already spending quality time with her right now. She just seems to be enjoying herself, but, get some more family-friendly entertainment on the line for a second. Take a seat, please. Have you not seen, the stream of unconscious people I've been leaving? Just like a trail. No wonder everyone, finds me to fight me. Just like a constant trail of unconscious people. And this... Oh, there's Majima. I'll go fight Majima again. And then I will go do some karaoke. And then I will see if I can find any sub-stories that I can do real quick. No, but, oh, come on. I just want to fight one Yakuza, not all of you. I just want to fight Majima. Here we go again. They're developing an app to be able to track you more easily as we speak. Oh no. Kiryu doesn't need that. He already has trouble getting his groceries. Just in the middle of the supermarket. Someone just walks up to him, says, "I don't like the look of your face." He's got to trash the whole place before he's allowed to leave. One thing I really like about Kiwami 2 is that you're allowed to go into a store and smash it up while you're fighting. And as much as I enjoy the combat in this one, I do wish it was a feature in this one too. I know it's just because they used a more advanced engine, or a different engine. But hugely enjoyable to like throw someone over the counter and ask the cashier to turn the microwave on, because I just threw them headfirst into a microwave, of course, you know, as you do. Alright, Majima, you didn't go too far, did you? No, he did. He left. That's unlike him. Okay. Back we go then, I suppose. So, yeah, I just wanna get those last two things. Redeemed hydrate. Thank you, give me just a second. Left my water bottle on the other side of the room. Thank you, keeping me healthy here. All right. Which one was it? Cabaret Club. Shogi Parlor. This one, Karaoke-kan. Because I did karaoke a little while ago. Come on. If you feel like your position in the world's order is almost microscopic, remember that it only costs 220 points to make a man drink on command. That's right. If you're ever feeling down, you know, like you can't get anything right, you just come along here and you spend 220 points. And, you know, away I go. That's right. That's the power fantasy that I'm advocating for right now. Come on. Perfect example? Yeah, I think so. The great juxtaposition at the heart of Horror Game Analysis's streams. Doesn't like power fantasy, it provides it to his viewers. For a small fee, of course. Okay. Back the other way we go. Anything for those sweet points. Waited and redeemed like 6 at a time. You're not the first person to come up with that idea, I can tell you that. I'm sure Yaveost has a lot of points by now, to be fair. The price for 2 customers is 1,000 yen. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 26.6k saved up, waiting for the moment to strike. Price for 2 customers is 1,000 yen. Yes, I would like to sing. Haruka needs to relax. That's great. Please follow me. Okay. I never get to do karaoke, so this is really exciting. Yeah, I know. That's why I brought you here. I figured you deserve something that was like more age appropriate than watching your father figure power drive people into the concrete. Okay. Let's sing. What song should I pick? Oh, Autometal My Life. This is a cool song. Okay, now I'm gonna make some excuses here. I'm running off of the Xbox controller, and I'm very used to PlayStation, so you're gonna have to forgive my confusion of X, because X is where square is on the PlayStation controller, but there is an X button, or a cross button I think they call it, on the Xbox. It's all very frustrating, but we're going to let Haruka sing to relieve some of her stress. Here we go. A nice, calm, gentle song, as befitting a level-headed journey that Haruka has been on. I think she just needs to relax a little. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I'm really focusing here. I will read the chat in a minute. Truly, the world is at stake here today in Yakuza. There's going to be such a juxtaposition, because I am going to finish the game in this stream. And I'm going to get the fantastic karaoke alongside the very dramatic and serious ending, as usual. It's nice to be appreciated. Oh yeah, reminiscing about the good times. Perfect. One viewer who has attempted to drown me on several occasions. Yes, there is one viewer. If they're watching, you know who you are. I followed a streamer that has, well, there's 200 points for squad, so I'd wait and redeem 15 to 20 at random. Messaged me off the stream, told me she was getting so fit because I redeemed so many. Hey, maybe that's what I need. I need like a 200 point, and then just get me to stand up and do a stretch or something. Some push-ups. You see me struggling off camera. My little brother wore the analog sticks. My thumbs are cramping. Can't hear over my neighbor's music. Blind in one eye. My controller keeps unplugging. And dog is barking at me to take him out. Yeah, and halfway through you might not have noticed, but I changed to using a USB steering wheel. So you just, you really, it's really tough over here at the moment. Cat's clawing at my legs. Goodness, just all going wrong. Computer's on fire. All these kinds of things. But I think I did it pretty well, things considered. Amazing, Haruka. I was really absorbed in your performance. You helped me sing really well, mister. Thanks. Mister, will you try a song? I want to hear you sing. Sure, since we're here. Can't wait to hear you. Alright. I think this would be appropriate. We're gonna reminisce about Nishiki before we go and confront him for a final time. See how we do. I sang this much earlier, in a much earlier stream, at some point last year. So, this is really wistful, really nostalgic at the moment. I'm thinking back to a year ago. He's got a good voice, doesn't he? Here we go. The good times. Oops. Missed one. Ah. Turns out all it takes is some practice with the controller, eh? Oh, I stuffed it up then, didn't I? I got too cocky before the song ended. But that was much better than my first attempt. I think I was messing up inputs all over the place. Alright. Stage is set for our emotional reunion. After approximately like 5 more Majima fights or something. See how we did. Not bad. Thank you. I just missed out on the top spot there. You're like a singer on TV. Kiryu's hidden depths there. Time is almost up. Please bring the microphones and check to the front when leaving. Sure. Speaking from experience, this is a near one-to-one representation of what it's like singing in public. And the difference is that my controls are usually based on the Nintendo design. Oh, so you don't use the steering wheel when you're singing. That's good to know. If I ever went pro. Okay. What have we got to do? I really would like to get those last 2 skills. I'm not sure what the best way to go about it is. I mean, we could go to the Colosseum again, and also hope we run into Majima. Only the real pros can handle steering wheel controls, to be honest. Mad respect for Michael Jackson and Beyonce. Yeah, they were playing on hard difficulty too, so I'm sure there's a lot of factors to consider there. You find the Xbox One controller is comfortable when playing games. Yeah, I got this one. I got the controller specifically to play with a lot of with PC games. I don't have an Xbox. Normally a PlayStation guy. Normally when I'm playing offline, PlayStation or PC. But when I play on stream, I play with the Xbox controller because it's a nice controller. I also like the PS5 controller is really nice to hold as well. I think it's probably, if you ask me, PlayStation's best, most comfortable controller anyway. And they don't always feel comfortable to hold for long periods of time. But I think the PS3 controller I remember finding sort of cramped my hands if I was playing for too long. Back in the day. I don't even want to think about how long ago that was. 2006, 2007. That's scary. Where is he? I know he's somewhere around here. But yeah, this Xbox controller is nice. Something going on in the... Alright. Now the manhole is closed tightly. It shouldn't be a danger to anyone else. Found this too, I guess I'll take it with me. Cool. Don't know why I just did that, but that's fine. Depends on the game. Shooting, driving or fighting. Controller is so much easier. I think, yeah, like a lot of it comes down to personal preference and what you're willing to learn, I think. Fighting games yeah, fighting games. I can't really imagine playing without a controller. I've tried a few times with keyboard, and yeah, always a struggle. I think I tried to learn how to play. Yeah, I tried. Well, I already knew how to play Soul Calibur on the PlayStation, and then I ended up getting it on Steam. I think Humble Bundle, and I tried playing it with the keyboard, and yeah, it took me way too long to sort of figure out what exactly it was I should be doing. Kind of unfair. Yeah, Xbox controllers do have native support. Like that's why I got it in the first place. Is just because I assumed that not every game would be compatible with a DualShock or fully compatible. So I figured it was the safer option just to get a cheap second-hand Xbox controller, and it's worked pretty well, I think, all things considered. Shooting and driving, I'd agree with the driving, but I do tend to find shooting is much easier with the mouse and keyboard. Welcome to the Coliseum. What can I help you with? Right, we've got to win a few more matches here, so we'll try and fight this fella. Then we've got to rank up to the next lot of matches. Yes, it is. I mean, they're all owned by Microsoft, aren't they? Windows, Xbox. Which does give them an advantage in some ways, but I know PlayStation's porting a lot of games. Thinking everyone preferred mouse and keyboard. Oh, sorry. I do prefer mouse and keyboard for shooting, but for driving, I do prefer the controller. But I think that's because most of the driving games I play historically have been. I quite like a good kart racer, so probably I just find it more natural because there's not many kart races on PC as far as I'm aware. Not many really good ones anyway. They never ported Crash Team Racing to the PC, sadly. I would have been all over that. I was all over it on PlayStation anyway. Oh. Right, that's his like counter move, so if you hit him while he's doing that, he just throws you on the floor, which is particularly bad here. Yep, there we go. Oh. A lot of Resident Evil and Silent Hill growing up, so I got used to controllers. Yeah, you know, my first console was PS1. So obviously I'm much more familiar with playing games on a controller. Like in hours wise, I've played many more hours of a game with a controller, but obviously the many hours spent playing strategy games and other PC exclusive horror games and that kind of thing got me used to computer controls, mouse and keyboard pretty quick. It doesn't tend to take that much adjustment. Oh, I'm gonna lose here actually if I'm not careful. Yep, that's me not being careful. Damn. He did it again. Failed. Man, that was kind of my fault. I should have prepared myself before I went in. I didn't bother recharging back to full. Good job. Yeah, thanks. Makes me feel way better. Yeah, just use a couple of these and then I'll run back to the pharmacy afterwards. First console was Sega Master System. Classic. Try that one again. Try and redeem myself. Kidneys deleted. Kitty will be fine. I got that upgrade. He can just eat and drink whatever he wants. Iron stomach. I think there's a lot. Really was the first golden age. You know, it sort of surprises me. Like every year, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe there weren't as many good games this year, or maybe the console isn't doing as well, or these kinds of things. But I think like, but just with the sheer number of games that are being developed and released these days, it's sort of hard not to look at any one year and sort of consider like that we're, you know, not in the midst of a golden age, or just this really prolonged, just ongoing, like the fact that something of every genre basically is being developed. I mean, people are making FMV games again, you know. I think that's fascinating, because for a long time, you know, FMV games, people looked down on them. They said, well, what's the point in these now if we've got, you know, look at these shiny new graphics and look at all the ways we can tell stories. But, you know, people are attracted to all the games that they played when they were a kid, and all these different methods of making art. Just the fact that everything is relatively accessible as well. Like, game development has never been more accessible. So I think, yeah, it's really awesome that there's no shortage. Thanks, Yakuza. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. You'll be able to catch the last of Kiwami when I upload the VOD later on. So, if you remember, Gary Buster Holmes here was the final boss of the story Coliseum. It's a problem of total saturation of games trying to be other games, or trying to make a game better, but not catching the lightning in a bottle again. Absolutely. That's the problem we were talking about before, right? With Resident Evil, is these games that do nothing but try and be Resident Evil. Which, you know, if you want Resident Evil, you just play Resident Evil. It's really as simple as that. I know that like there are games that scratch the itch of being a Resident Evil like, but still it's hard to beat. Like, a game needs some kind of distinguishing factor, I think, to be really special. And I'm not saying you can't make a game that's like Resident Evil, and have it, you know, it'll still be good, I'm sure, if someone was to try and make a game like that. But it won't have the same impact as if you're trying to do something new. You're right, it's a saturation issue. I don't envy anyone having to market their game in this day and age. I think it must be really horrible, because some games just break through just by virtue of having the right people on YouTube play them, or the right people on Twitch play them, or some other factor, you know, years and years and years down the line. It all feels quite random to me. Come on, Gary, you got one hit till you're down. Come on, there we go. Just need some more XP, come on. This guy, he's not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, the number of games I think that have to toe the line of we're making, it's just like Silent Hill, and then that will conjure, you know, people sort of like, oh well, what's the point of playing this if I already have, you know, Silent Hill on my PS2 at home? I think continually horror game players, or game players in general, you know, we're chasing the sunset. I think you could sort of call it, constantly pursuing this ideal. ideal game trying to capture the same experience, but it's hard to know. It's hard to know how possible it is. I think sometimes to capture the same emotions from the same game. And I don't think from a different game rather. I don't think it is possible. It's a real conundrum, I think, trying to make a spiritual successor to something and not have it just be that game again, but with a different lick of paint. Because there's narrative or game theorists who, at least back in the day, believed that the only reason someone would play a game is for its gameplay. And while that may be true, I still think there's something to be said, at least for the acknowledgement that a game's aesthetic and narrative can be what really lifts a game up. So you're constantly trying to wrestle with these concepts, I think. Favorite student, did you come for more training? Yeah, I think I did. Got an image of a Kamai Tachi. I was worried you'd attempt to weasel out of it. Very well, let us begin. So we'll do this training. This session is something you'd actually expect in training. That's unusual for you. Am I going to stand under a waterfall? What? You plan to be a monk in the mountains? Nothing of the sort. You're going to dodge the bullets I shoot at you. Hey, you're not actually packing heat, are you? Worry not. 'Tis equipped with rubber bullets just as before. Pretty sure those can still kill you. This time you cannot be hit and must dodge every shot. Got it. Are you ready? Your training will be complete when you dodge all the bullets in the allotted time, so just do it. Okay, let's try this. I didn't do the Kameki training on my PlayStation playthrough, so this stuff is new to me. Okay, just gotta dodge him for 60 seconds. If he telegraphs a shot like that every time, that's fine. Oh, that shot kind of tracked towards me. He's got hit scanning weapons. Here you go, come on. I just love the shot back to Kameki as he's carrying his gun when he just didn't have one before. That's why we love Yakuza. Love these games. Whew. We did it. Very difficult challenge. Can't remember what this... I have no idea what this one will give me. The Kamaki evade and strike. Counter executed after pressing the A button to quick step. Use it when there is an opening in an enemy's attack. Evade and strike? Evade your enemy's attack and strike with a counter. I already know how to use a similar skill, but our style's version of the move is distinctly more powerful. Really? Damage it does to the enemy's vitals is on another level. You shall see it when you use the move in actual combat. Got it? Next thing I need is the image of Dharma, which is a prize at the arena. Bring it here. I'll be watching to see how you flourish in the Colosseum. Does that give me any... Yeah, it does give me some, but not enough. If I have to, I'll just get that one heat action, but maybe... Oops, sorry. Sorry, dogs. Maybe just in the interest of time. I don't want to run out of time today, so in the interest of time, I think we'll start doing the final chapter stuff, and maybe if we get enough XP through the chapter, beating up people, and maybe if we see Majima one or two more times on the way there. That seems to be how my walks through town are going. He's around here somewhere. Is he in here? No, sorry, Haruka. You can hear him, but you can't see him. It's real paranoia fuel. So I guess... Where is he? That's the question. I'm gonna beat these guys up. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can... like... abilities. Dragon. Where was it? Evade and strike. Right. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was worth learning, I think, before the final mission. I love that low punch as well. Excuse me. Don't think so. Very casual catch. And then of course we've got the completely out of character Majima heat move. Definitely does not look like a Kiryu move, that one, but I guess we've fought Majima enough times to want to emulate it. So yeah, finally, Dragon Style still isn't the most useful, just because of the low amount of damage that we're doing, but there are a lot of technically useful skills, a lot of fighting tech that you can use with Dragon Style that actually makes it effective. What do I think of when you think a mixture of a zombie, a werewolf, and a vampire? For whatever reason, I conceive of the werewolf being the dominant part of that creature's appearance. So like some kind of undead werewolf, but with excessively long fangs and some kind of lust for blood. Correct. Oh, excellent. You know, great minds think alike, right? It's a really cool idea. So would you be... Is this a game you wanted to design for a while? You've been thinking about this kind of thing for a while? I don't know how many thugs I've taken down so far. Yeah, a lot more before the stream is over. Come here. Here we go. Yeah, not enough XP for my liking. It's going up very slowly. I don't even know... Oh, there's Majima. Hopefully we don't run into anyone else like last time on the way to get him. I'm coming, Majima. I need your XP. No, I found you. Yes, yeah, I've wanted to make a game for a long time, but time is always the excuse I use. In between the various jobs I work and the stuff I'm working on academically, and on top of also running this YouTube channel, I think, you know, and writing stuff as well, just other stuff, creative writing. Yeah, just everything I do, you know, is currently preventing me from developing a game as I would want, with as much time as I want to dedicate to it. But you know, I'm chipping away at this design document and really hoping I can make something cool out of it, something that you know, other people can make video essays out of. That'd be a surreal moment, I think, if I made something clever enough that warranted that. Wolf body about the size of a horse, rotten skin, mottled fur with large canine teeth and eyes. Moves silently and fast and grows smarter from drinking blood and eating flesh and brains. So that would be a pretty intimidating enemy. So do you like conceive of your game as being like versus one sort of stalker enemy? Like, so you're fighting this one creature in this one location, you're like prowling around, or you're fighting a bunch of them? Looking pretty relaxed, having lost. Damn straight. Have so much fun fighting you. Have the same conversation every time, Majima-san. Working on and off on it since I first played Resident Evil 1. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I hope you keep chipping away at it, because I'd really really like to encourage that kind of thing. Game development is such a worthy art, such a worthy practice, and it sounds like you put a lot of thought into how this monster will appear. So that's really cool. I'm gonna get something else to eat. Multiple throughout the city, they only come out at night, right? I think you got a good concept there. Absolutely worth continuing with that. I do wish you the best of luck with it. So yeah, I know. Now I'll need good luck with mine. Get it to the state I want to get it to. Okay. The tech that I want. Is it in tech or is it in soul? It's in soul, I think. Essence of crushing. So that's a really great counter move, especially because I'm going to be using rush, I think, a bit in this final encounter. If I can find Majima 1 or 2 more times, I will be set to get the last health upgrade as well, which would be really ideal. I don't know where he is. Would love to do that before we end the game. Majima, where are you? Can I see him? No. Still can't see him. More thugs. Is he gonna come out of the same bin again? Yep, sure is. Great source of joy and frustration. Can see it all, but I don't have the coding knowledge to make it. See, I don't have the artistic prowess yet to make my game a reality. I know what you mean, being able to visualize it but not make it. I am I was lucky enough to be able to learn how to code and that kind of thing. So I do have the coding knowledge, and I can tell you it's absolutely worth sticking out learning how to code. As frustrating as it can get, I think if you pick up one language, you really start to understand sort of how each language works, at least on a fundamental level. But like I do totally get the frustration. It sounds like you've already had a go at learning it too. Stick at it. That's sending you encouragement. It'll be worth doing. I think your project sounds like a lot of fun, and it's important to have those kinds of projects going. I think for yourself, as well as something that you're looking forward to sharing with people. See, it should be something that you're proud of. I think being able to say you've made a game, that'll be a huge accomplishment. Especially a genre that's as complex as a horror game, right? Goodness knows I'm like digging myself into a hole with making a horror game. But I think once we both got a game out there, right? We'll feel pretty proud of ourselves. So yeah, it's finding the source of motivation. I think that can be really, really difficult. Because yeah, it's not easy. It's certainly not easy. If I go in here, is Majima in here. Or is he not in this one either? I'll do another round of photos. I think sometimes you can attack from a photo booth there. Okay. What's pose 1 gonna be? Bribe shop, upgrade, crossbreeding, double agent, scientist systems all in my head. Sounds like a mechanically complex game. I think, yeah, it's game design is just such a fun exercise, isn't it? Conceiving of how you can make all these different systems and mechanics fit together, and also figure out, you know, what it might mean from a part of the appeal for me is figuring out what it means from a narrative or thematic perspective or a scholarly perspective. As you may have noticed, it's my area of interest, and hopefully one could say my area of expertise. But yeah, obviously not always the case. Hello, who's this? Hello, Kiri-san. This is Nishida from the Majima family. Where is Majima-san waiting for me this time? No, this time is different. The boss is in a real foul mood right now, so I just wanted to warn you. Foul mood? Yeah. If you stumble on him, he might actually rush you with his baseball bat. That sounds like just about every encounter with him. Well, when he gets in one of these moods, he usually heads to the batting center to blow off steam. If I were you, I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Got it. So you're telling me Majima-san is at the batting cages? Yes, he is. That's all. Again, just a friendly warning. Well, I want that XP from Majima, so I guess we're going to go to the batting center. We're going to fight him one more time, one last time, for old time's sake. And then we are going to finish Yakuza Kiwami. So yeah, final Majima battle here for the story. And as I said in the previous stream, I might come back and, you know, chip away at other side activities, you know, do 100%. Over the course of many years, sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I really would like to 100% it at some stage, but whether that's on stream or not, I don't know. But it would be cool just to play it every now and then, just as a familiar game that you know, people can unwind around, and we can chat about other things while playing it. It's very relaxed in that way. I don't see Majima-san around. Maybe I'll take a few swings since I'm here. No, I don't want to play the hard game course right now. I'm just going to play the beginner course. Nighttime is very much like Resident Evil, Silent Hill. While the day it's more like you attack the two rivals and prepare for the good guys to come try to stop you. Right, I see. So you play as the creature? I think that's cool. Okay, that was bad. That was even worse. Every Yakuza game has a different, it seems to me, totally different timing routine for how baseball works. So you're going to have to bear with me on this terrible, terrible performance. There we go. One home run. Okay, redeemed myself slightly there. Still not doing great. There we go. Alright. Trying to shake off the dust here. Get rid of the cobwebs. Ah, it's the curveballs. Baseball, definitely one of those sports I've never quite understood. And again, I I'm a New Zealander, it's not exactly a big sport down here. More cricket down here. Ah! And I'm sure some people have an opinion on the cricket-baseball divide, but... Oh, that was an accident. That was terrible, what was I thinking? Gotcha. I have no idea how many points I'm supposed to get to pass a course in this game either. It's, again, different in every game. You can see the timing window is actually incredibly slim. There's really not much to it. And particularly because every ball is a different speed, and this is only beginner. Keep in mind, things get much more ruthless the further along the line you go. But yeah, I'm not feeling. I wasn't feeling particularly confident in my Kiwami batting skills. I can do alright in 0 and Kiwami 2, but again, funnily enough, this is a whole different ball game. Ha ha ha. And the crowd goes wild. Is that 1,000 points? Excellent. Surely 1,000 or something. I think that's what I got. 20 balls. That's half. Probably wants like 75% or something rather than 50%. And with that, I've got a passing grade. An Aussie? No. New Zealander. Important distinction down here, I'm afraid. Rank C. That's alright. Got some tissues out of it. Fantastic. Well, if I don't Kiryu-chan. Majima-san. So you really do come here often. It's my play spot of choice. Don't go thinking you can just cruise in here without a care in the world. What? What's that supposed to mean? This place is special to me. I ain't about to let you or any other numbskulls trample all over it. That's something I've heard before. So I need your permission to use this facility? That's right. So if it's all the same to you, get the hell out. I don't feel like fighting you. Sorry, but if that's the issue, I can't back down from it. I have memories here too, and I'm not just going to hand them over to you. Huh. If it's some rare shit when our views actually line up. I guess it's a fight regardless. Got to see who's really worthy of this place. Do love to give the New Zealanders a hard time. So you're an Aussie then. Pleasure to have you on board. Fine, I'll take you on. Alright, flashback time. We fought Majima like this a very long time ago. And it was a long, protracted and painful battle because I did not have many upgrades at the time. And of course he can do that, which I'd forgotten about. And of course Haruka has also come in to witness the fight for some reason. Love that attention to detail. They really didn't need to code a place for Haruka to fight in here, to watch the fight, but they did. No, we need some more Aussie horror games, I feel like. Aussie, New Zealand horror games, so you know we can fill the void. I feel like they're mostly, yeah, I don't know of many horror games that were Australian developed, but it would be great to see. Yeah, well, sounds like a plan. We'll hold each other to account, eh? Awesome. Oh, shit. Crap. Didn't dodge out of the way of that at all. Probably hear me furiously button mashing. This is my batting center as well, Majima. Gotcha. And that's enough XP we need to get maximum health. Pretty good, Kiryu-chan. Punch that heavy. Reminded me of him. Him? Nothing of your concern. Besides, what special memories do you even have here? Nothing that's reached me, that's for sure. It was a long time ago. My bro and I used to hit balls here too. Really? Well, I guess I got no business hogging it. I won't stop you from using this place anymore. Are you sure? I don't mind. Fighting against you always blows all my cares away anyway, Kiryu-chan. Alright, swinging for the fences today. Gonna knock some homers out. Majima-san must have a pretty troubled past too. Really interested to see the game you're working on. Yeah, I'm keen to make it. Though, as I said, it'll be towards the end of the year and next year when I'll actually be able to switch gears and have vaguely enough time to actually work on it. At the moment, I'm just trying to get to grips with 3D modeling software, which I'm not very good at. So that's taking a while. And again, with the limited amount of time I have, that's part of the reason why, if you're watching, for anyone else who's watching, Kiwami has taken so long to finish because I just don't have the time. But hopefully that will change, and I really am keen to share what I'm working on with the world, because I think it's special, and I think it's fun anyway. So yeah, I would definitely like to share it. Looked into Blender, yeah, that's what I'm currently trying to use, but I'm not very good with. I think it's mainly just learning the UI. I think I sort of struggle at first to sort of keep the UI in my head. Really, I'll just save the game here and level up my last ability. How satisfying is that? Complete. Far cry from the beginning of the game when we were incredibly weak. Okay, let's do this. Just take a while to get used to, yeah. It's just me sort of remembering what all the different buttons, the different keys do, all the hotkeys, shortcuts, these kinds of things. Oh, thanks. Last chance for free time before the final showdown. It's recommended you create save data here just in case, So yeah, so we've already done all of this. Kazuki, I'm ready. Sure am, ready to go. Let's do this. Let's finish Yakuza Kiwami. Check out a game called Trenches, World War I horror survival game, psychological horror. I haven't heard of that one actually, I don't think. I have an absurd number of horror games in my library and on my wish list, but that one might have slipped me by. Is that a new one? Or like slightly older, like last... When did that one release? 2023, okay. Yeah, no, that one might have slipped me by, actually. Might have to give that one a look after the stream is done. Streets are suspiciously empty here. She's learned. Here we go. Beginning of the end here. Start with another long battle. Beat up every member of the Kiwami family, and then some. So your brawler style against these slugs seems to be the best way to go. Game, you're in a trench trying to find your way out, but you're being chased by monsters trying to kill you. The further you get into the trenches, the more deranged it becomes. Yeah, it sounds like I'd enjoy that, for sure. I will have to give that a look. I also enjoy settings that differ from the norm of, like, the generic, you know, mental asylum, or I think the modern suburban home is, I think, the other one. Of course, it's very tempting. There's a lot you can do with both of those settings, but I think you have to consider why you're using a modern suburban home, for instance. Yeah, one of the last games I played on stream, Infliction, which I have yet to upload the VOD of to YouTube, which I apologize for, was very much troubled, I think, by the insistence on using that trope, or both those tropes actually. You do have to be careful over relying on some of that stuff. Though I think sometimes you can lean into it to a point where it becomes really fun. But if a game consistently takes itself too seriously and it uses those kinds of ideas, yeah. Modern home, asylum, or hospital, yeah, those are the ones you just see everywhere, and that does get a bit tiresome. Half of them run away, the other half stay. Come on. Can't bring a gun to a fist fight, that's just not sporting. Does anyone else have a gun around here? No. I get it. I get why it's so tempting to use those settings in a horror game. I think it can be really tempting to rely on familiar, like, footage to sort of prime the viewer to expect, or familiar environments, sorry, not footage. But, you know, like, films do a similar thing, priming you with the same kind of footage to elicit a fright, and games can do the same with choice of setting. So you can get the player primed for fear, but it can also have the opposite effect, and that the player is like, oh, just another haunted asylum, or another, hospital with deranged zombies or whatever. I think, you know, you do have to come up with a cool monster idea, which you've done, yeah. Chose Prague to base the city in. That's cool, because it's got a good mix of Gothic and modern architecture, absolutely. And I think acknowledging space and architectural history and art history in your games, I think, is a really awesome way to go about it, because it shows that you've done your research and you understand the rules. Because you have to know the rules before you can break them, right? Cool, so got rid of all those guys. And now we're gonna finish the game off here. Final climb up Millennium Tower here. So in Millennium Tower is possibly the worst boss fight I've had so far in any of the Yakuza games I've played. Unfortunately, we do have to suffer through it in order to get to one of the best boss fights. So the final boss is good, but the penultimate boss fight, it's not so good. I'll probably get a good chance to show you why it's not good, but we'll have a look-see here. Basically, we have to fight our way through these government agents here. Guy that used to break down games like I do. He was working for EA. Can't remember what his YouTube was. It would be interesting to know. There are a lot of great game scholars out there now. A lot of people doing some fantastic work. And yeah, be honoured if I could be considered one of them. The one benefit of everyone bringing guns, I think, is that I can just pick up the gun and use them myself. Check that one again. So yeah, time to fight all of Jingu's thugs. There's far too many of them with knives and guns. Fortunately, the guns can just knock them flat on their backs. And fortunately, these enemies in particular are pretty easy to deal with. Already inspired me to get back into it. That's great. That's really great, actually. I'm really happy to hear that. If I can inspire people to be creative and to do what they love and what they're interested in, you know, I'd call my day a success, call my YouTube career a success, really. If I'm inspiring any creativity or analysis or anything like that, I'd be really happy to hear that. So yeah, I've got a bunch of new video essays in the pipeline. Particularly, yeah, I'm interested in having a look at gender and horror. That's what I'm working on at the moment. The way games play with conceptions of gender, but I'm also doing one on Silent Hill 3, one on Silent Hill 1. Got a video on Blood Curse I'd like to release, and I've got kind of like a combo video also on the go. So that's ready to go. I just need to get footage for. But yeah, I've already explained on a previous stream of Yakuza, I think, but. Getting footage is definitely my least favorite part, because I've already written the script and play through the game, and now I just sort of have to go back through and get my own footage. I really need to get a new method, but I don't like to play a game with the anticipation that I'm going to make a video on it. So I don't like to record it just on the off chance I might make a video on it, because I don't make a video on every game I play. Even though sometimes I would like to, I just can't. My hard drive, for instance, wouldn't like me if I did that. Give me the gun. So yeah, we've come a long way since the beginning of this game, all the way back in April of 2023. Been a hell of a long time, but it really is good to finally reach the end here. You can sort of feel, right, that everything is really reaching the end here. This move is just so cheap. Record as you play while writing notes you might want to put into a script. Yeah, so I take notes. I guess I should record while I play. I don't know. It feels like then I'm not playing naturally. Like if I'm playing to get footage, all of a sudden I'm sort of playing with the awareness of an audience, and I don't want to do that if it's my first playthrough of a game, particularly a horror game. You know, it feels too performative, but it is. Yeah, I should take more thorough notes than I do, for sure. Sometimes I neglect to take notes because I get too into the game, which isn't a bad problem to have, for sure. I think I just did a heat combo while in Brawler for some rush combo while in Brawler for some reason. I think it's tough making a career out of it, or like turning a hobby into something like a YouTube channel. It's tough to know where to draw the line. Okay. Up we go. Heading towards the end here. Just so my brain works, I play games and I break it all down in my head. I think I'm compelled to do much the same thing, actually. Sounds like we're similar in that regard. I just automatically start to think about the narrative of the game and how it links in with the mechanics and all these things. I really trained my brain to do that, and it's what I enjoy. So. So Date-san is off doing his own thing, trying to help us out. Just let these cutscenes play through here for a second.
Jingu. こうして会うのは初めてだね、桐生一馬君。初めましてと言うべきか、さようならと言うべきか。君には苦労させられたよ。100億を取り返しに来たのね。ああ、そうだ。当然の話さ。それはもともと私の金だからね。それに他にもいろいろ処分しに来たのさ。何？はる クザなど皆こんなものか。
お前どうして自分の娘を撃てるんだ。
仕方ないことさ。その子供は私にとって邪魔者でしかない。私の今後、いやこの国の今後のためには必要のないものなのだよ。
自分が愛した女とできた。
Nothing makes you happier than to break a game fully apart and use the mechanics to my advantage. I think you found a good streamer. I say humbly, you know. I also enjoy that kind of thing. Started the game with 40% research and just eclipsed everyone. It is fun, I think, to master a game, to understand it.
ふざけるな。お前や世良ごときに私の何がわかるというのだ。
ユミ、
あなたには何を言っても無駄ね。自分が恥ずかしくないの。
随分な言いようじゃないか。でももうそんなことはどうでもいい。ここでお前らは終わりなんだからな。
そうかな。まだ終わってへんのちゃうか。寺だ。これで力は五分五分や。風間さんの意志はまだ生きとるんやで。なんやねん。
これだから頭のない極道は困る。やる。
どういうことや。お前ら。
あなたまさか。
そうだよ。私は東上界から近江連合にくら替えしたんだ。バックの組織をな。
なんだと。
私は着々と進めていたんだ。東上界を捨てて近江連合と協力関係を築く計画をね。
そんな話俺は知らんぞ。
当たり前だ。お前は近江連合の5代目に踊らされていただけなんだからな。もう1年前から話は進んでいたんだよ。5代目と私の間でね。私は世良が私を裏切ることは分かっていた。彼は融通の利かない男だったからね。理想を求めずっと私を支援してきてくれたが、結局は現実の前にくじけたんだ。
現実だと。
ああ、そうだ。君らに政治の話をしてもわからないだろうが、国を動かすには金と力が必要なのだよ。私にとって彼はその力だった。だが彼は変な信念のために私の理想から離れていったのだ。数年前殺してくれたと思っていたユミが生きているということを知った私はセラ、いや東上界を捨てる腹積もりでいたんだよ。
それでお前は近江連合にすり寄った。
そうだ。私は近江連合に話を持ちかけた。近江連合としては私の政治力は魅力だ。政治と裏社会、この2つを牛耳ることができたら日本を操ることなど造作もないことだからな。
もしかしてこの100億は。
ああ、近江へと渡る。私としては東上界も潰れてくれてまさに一石二鳥というわけだ。
じゃあ錦も踊らされてたっていうのか。
そうだよ。彼に100億の話を吹き込んだのは私だ。出世欲に取りつかれた若造に餌を見せて動かしただけだ。彼は見事にその役目を果たしてくれた。セラの暗殺から内部抗争までね。そしてさらに嬉しい誤算があった。君だ。君が現れてくれたおかげで東上界は崩壊寸前だ。本当にお礼を言いたい気分だよ。
ジング、貴様。
He loves his evil laugh, doesn't he? And his long monologue.
私は近江連合と手を組み日本国のトップに立つ。近江連合は裏社会を統一し、その全ての力を私が得る。 私の理想が叶うのだ。
そんなことはさせないわ。
何を言っている。動くな。何指。
もうこれであなたは私を撃てない。これが爆発すれば店の中にある100億も一緒に消えてなくなる。私は100億をあなたには渡さない。一緒に爆発してこの世から消すわ。
何をバカなことを言ってるんだ。そんなことをして何のメリットがあるというんだ。
何にも分かってないのはあなたね。人間はそんな損得感情だけじゃ動かない。もっと熱い、もっと強い気持ちがあって初めて動くものなの。昔のあなたにはそんな気持ちがあった。だけど権力を持つことや出世することにあなたは溺れたの。
何を今さら。何を言ってるんだ。
カズマ、はるかをこっちに。
これでユミとハルカには手出しできねえな、ジング。なあジング、セラ会長はな、あんたが何を考えているかなんてお見通しだったんだよ。
何。
会長はあんたに気づいてほしかったんだ。昔の強い信念があった時のあんた自身だから自分の命を危険にさらしてまで100億を盗んだ。あんたから取り上げようとしたんだ。
バカな。何を根拠にそんなことを。
So there's yeah, quite a few lengthy cutscenes at this point in the game. Just explaining everything that hasn't yet been explained in the story. And then we're going to fight Jingu, who is an awful boss. Normally the combat in this game is really fun. He is not particularly fun.
俺は本来登場界仕切る器じゃありません。金儲けしかできねえヤクザです。後目は風間さんが決めてください。登場界を極道の未来を託せる男。
遺言状だと。
あんたは遺言状の存在を錦にちらつかせ内部分裂を画策したんだろうが、本当にあったんだよ。会長とおやつさんが命がけで残したんだ。
うるさい。セラメー、この子に及んで私を舐めるような真似をしよって。そんなもん今となってはただの紙切れだ。
俺が死ねばな。だがそうはさせない。俺は風間のおやつさんや世良会長が残してくれたもんを守る。俺は登場界4代目桐生一馬だ。
Cool. So we're the next chairman. And now we get to fight the rival Yakuza gang. Then we get to fight Jingu. The rival sort of family. But yeah, there's a lot to enjoy about, I think, identifying how a game's mechanics work, and then being able to structurally dismantle the game and really find out what makes it tick. And I think it's interesting to do that from an abstract perspective as well as from a perspective of like actually getting into grips with the game and understanding it that way. Like for actually playing it, I mean. Because I think, yeah, to smash a game to bits and understand it, I think there's a real satisfaction in mastering it. And some games have this really long mastery curve, which is why speedrunning is so appealing. Because it's taking that breaking of the mechanics and the understanding of how the game works to its ultimate, to its extreme. Here we go. All the colonels or whoever they are.
伊達さん、神宮教兵、今四課が逮捕状を請求した。総収賄、銃刀法違反、殺人教唆。お前はもう終わりだ。証拠は何もない。当たりだ。やめろ。ダメだ。伊達さん、ここじゃ町に墜落する。くそ。
I feel like opening fire on a police helicopter is pretty damning evidence. So yeah, there's no evidence that Jingu was ever a good person beyond the fact that Yumi liked him at some indistinct point in the past. Okay, yeah, here's the soldiers in their fancy outfits. It seems like a world of difference from the game that we've just been playing. Silly Majima fights, all that kind of thing. And all of a sudden we're fighting up against trained military men with guns in special forces suits. Slight difference in tone, I think. And we've got all these serious, lengthy cutscenes about the political fate of Japan and the Yakuza. It's really interesting how the game manages that and manages it so effectively. So we're going to meet Jingu up on the helipad and we're going to beat the shit out of him. Is the plan? At least I would, yeah. So the problem with these enemies, as you may or may not have noticed, is the fact that they all seem to have guns and they really, really like to use them. And they also like their aggressive grab move. So it's kind of like a disjointed end to the game, this segment. If just because we want to actually face off against Nishiki, like it's a good story, but I do just wish there was more Nishiki in it because he just seems like more of an interesting character to put at the heart of the story than Jingu here. But Jingu's who we got, I guess. So we'll make do with the story of political corruption and that kind of thing. No, don't use that one. Use the light. And then use the Royale. Get me back to mostly full health. Oh. Fortunately, yeah, the guns do a lot of damage to them too, and Kiryu has no qualms about using them. And the music's pretty good too at this point. One thing you can say throughout the whole game, music is really amazing. Alright, here we go. This is the bad boss fight time. Jingu himself and his two soldiers there. The problem is the soldiers combined with Jingu. If it was just Jingu, he'd be alright. But it's the colonels. They really suck. Both have guns, which is hugely fair. Ugh. You can see it's just painful. They can just break through your combos and do anything they like, basically. It seems. Yep. Okay. What I'm gonna do is try and grab one and use these heat moves on them. Not that it'll make them drop their gun, but at least I can keep using this particular one on them because they don't drop their gun. And just try and keep them down for a second, half a second. Ah. Yeah, it's really not well designed. I don't know how this got through testing this crap. Because otherwise, like, the game is phenomenal. Like, honestly, one of my favorites. But this boss fight, just sour taste in the mouth. I think it's just the fact that anyone can use a gun at any time and interrupt you, and he can use his grenades. It's not even close to fun here. Oh. I'll try my best here. You can see it's just insane. And the problem is, you might think, oh well, I'll just eliminate the colonels and it'll be done, but the colonels can actually get back up after they've been beaten. Just need to try and put them down for a second though. I don't know why did that give me iframes, but the grenade just went through it anyway. Oh, I hate the grenade. Hate the grenade. What are they thinking? It's like one enemy after another just being frustrating. And there's no way to like... I could see that shot coming, but there's nothing I could do about it. Like, even if I'm moving, they still hit me. Just keep trying to take this guy down. If I can get his gun, maybe. No, right, of course, I forgot. You can't even pick up their guns. Why would you be able to do that? Ah. No, I've almost dealt with him. Thank you. Okay. I can try desperately to deal with Jingu here. But as you can see, look at that. No other enemy in the game, except these really annoying guys, bother to get back up off their feet. Bother to get back up on their feet, rather, sorry. Who determined this was a good idea? Who knows? Crazy people. I use a repair kit on brass knuckles. Put my brass knuckles here. Have a heat drink. No, why isn't that working? Come on. I need to equip my brass knuckles first, that would help. Yeah, I don't know why. It's designed really poorly. It's the kernels. It's really the kernels that ruin it. Come on. Always got to end the game with a boss fight like this. Bringing back Silent Hill 2 hard mode Pyramid Head. Memories. So many memories. So many painful memories. Just sit still, man. He's just not getting hit. And even if I'm going as quickly as possible, trying to hit him, everyone just stun locks me, knocks me to the ground. It's the fact he can, why can he Why is he allowed to break out of that? Oh, come on. Don't regen. Just need to beat him. Come on. Just a bit more damage. Now, of course, he's got heat mode on, so, you know, he's like twice as powerful. He's got super armor. Because, you know, why wouldn't he? I'm sure you can't hear the bitterness in my voice. Ugh. Sure you can caption this and say, should have got Tiger Drop, but I kind of just wanted to show off, yeah, what it's like to fight this stupid boss, regardless. He's so close to being defeated. Just trying to ignore the kernels, honestly. They're not making themselves easy to ignore, for sure. Ah. Come on. Hold still for 5 seconds. Got him. Got Jingu. Alright, kernels. Look at all those XP points come rolling in. As far as I'm aware, Jingu doesn't get back up. No, he's despawned. Okay. Just the kernels. It's alright now. It's just getting rid of the guns, I think. The guns just... multiple guns in one fight in this game. Just not fun. As we just saw. Oh, they're just... I'm just like hoping that, beyond hope, that one of those hit, but it's not working. I really wish they'd stop doing that. Ugh. We're so close to the end of the game. It's just these guys, these unfun kernels, they stand in the way. They really are the dual pyramid heads of this game. But we're so close to the actual good fight to end the game. At least I remember it as being good. I think it was probably good just in comparison to this. Anything would look good, honestly. It's just the fact that they have super armor and they got these really obnoxious attacks. Stop. Please. Okay, we're so close. We're so close. Come on. Hold still. Just for one attack. Hold still. Just for one attack. No. Okay. Maybe more than one attack, actually. I wasn't specific in my phrasing. Got him. Finally. Okay, that was painful. I don't even want to know how long that fight took. Probably like 15 minutes or something. Yes, thank goodness. That's one of the most satisfying sights in video games. Watching Jingu collapse. It would be nice if the helicopter just landed on him. Here we go. The moment we've been waiting for all game.
Jingu に踊らされていたんだ。Jingu の本当の目的はな。なことは分かってる。分かってたんだよ、俺は。
え？どういうこと？
言ったろ、キリ。俺は10年前、お前を裏切ったあの日から誰も信用しちゃいねえってな。
話を持ってきた時から信用しちゃいなかったんだ。
じゃあお前は全てを知ってて。
ああ、そうだ。俺は負けたくなかったんだよ。俺はお前に負けたくなかったんだよ、桐生。俺はユミを愛してる。だがユミは一度も俺を振り向いてはくれなかった。ユミの中にはお前しかいなかった。10年前の事件の後、俺の目の前からお前という存在が消えた。その時俺は決意したんだ。運命を変えるためにどんな犠牲も払うってな。
その犠牲が親さんやレーナだったっていうのか。
そうだ。俺は100億を手に入れ登場界を継ぐ。そしてお前から弓を奪い返す。それで初めて俺の運命が変えられるんだ。
錦山君、やっぱり分かってない。
何？
そんなことして何になるの？そうやって変えた運命じゃ幸せになんてなれない。あなたは自分に都合の悪いことから逃げてるだけ。本当に運命を変えたいなら辛いことも全て受け止めて、それでも逃げないで立ち向かうことなんじゃないの？カズマやはるかのように。
うるさい！どうしてお前は俺を認めてくれないんだ！
錦、
なんだ？
俺にはお前の苦しさがわかる。俺は一番大切にしていたお前たちを失った。もう戻ろうと思っても10年前に戻ることはできねえ。もうその運命から逃げることはできねえ。だから決着をつけよう。
なあ、決着をつけよう。
Sure is. You're back just in time, Yavias. This is the best part of the game. It's what we've all been waiting for. Final boss. Really emotional fight, and I think I really like the idea. Nishiki's such a good character. One of my favorite villains in general. I think in video games. I think just because of his relationship to Kiryu and this feeling that he's been, lesser than Kiryu for like his whole life, has sort of finally got to him, and his feelings of abandonment that he had, nothing seemed to be going right. You can see exactly why in this version of the game. It's a good question, actually. Do I? Oh, I don't have the legend style heat thing, do I? No, this is going to make it longer. Feels like walking into Star Wars at a theatre, having come half an hour late. Vader got Vader, I guess. Cool. Yeah, you've come in right at the climax. You missed the shitty boss fight that happens right before this excellent one. I just really the theming of this one, so strong. The theming behind even Nishiki's tattoo as a koi swimming upstream trying to escape his fate. Hugely enjoyable symbolism, hugely enjoyable fight, very dramatic finish to an excellent game. If the game had ended on the Jingu fight, I would have been very annoyed, but the fact that you get to confront Nishiki and get a resolution to the story, the only way that either of these men seem to know how to anymore, just through violence. Thematically, I think it's a beautiful fight. It fits with the mechanics of the game, fits with everything we've come to understand about these characters. And the music, of course, is the cherry on the top. For Whose Sake is also one of my favorite bits of soundtrack in any video game as well. Yeah, I love this fight. Really, really fantastic. And it's a shame you have to fight Jingu to get to Nishiki. This is such a good fight. Ah. Oh. Need some health. So now he's powered up as well in this heat mode. Music feels so suspenseful. I keep expecting a full orchestra to join in. It's such a good... I think it's good music because it's emotional, but it's also kind of understated. Like, it's not... It's just two men fighting each other in, you know, this bar. They're not really fighting over anything anymore. Probably don't even really know why they're fighting. Beyond just this dogged determinants, I think, for Nishiki to prove himself. And Kiryu to stop him becoming the fourth chairman and taking the 10 billion. But there's no reasoning here, there's no logic in this fight. There's just two men who used to be incredible friends. I think that's why the music is so good, because it's understated. Music's like the Wagner's having a chill day. Yeah, it's a great way to describe it. Oh. The Wagner. Oh. Let's take this back out here. Let's finish this. Yeah, such a good fight. It's a shame that Nishiki really, like, I get that this game was faithful to the original, but Nishiki deserved even more screen time. I'm really biased because I just think Nishiki's cool. I really like his character. But yeah, they needed more Nishiki. Because he's really, other than Haruka, he's the emotional core of the story. So he sort of comes back in right at the end and does add that emotional spark back in that the story needed. But I did want more. Just because Nishiki's really cool. I really like Nishiki. I'm the Wagner. Maybe you've heard of me. My reputation precedes me. But yeah, you get the sense just from the music, just from the atmosphere, that these are two men, just putting everything they've got. But yeah, I think the sad theme of the story is that Nishiki basically destroyed himself, destroyed his personality, got rid of all his friends. Realized he liked killing people and leaned into that. And then at the end of it all, he's still going to come up short against Kiryu, even though he's putting everything he's got into it. So the story of his life is that he's living in Kiryu's shadow as his best friend, as his brother. And it's, really not an easy character arc to watch. I read that the actor for Nishiki had to stop voice acting for a little while after he did the script for this game because he was too emotionally affected by it. Which is how you know you've written a good script. Here we go. Really respect the fact it can pull so much emotion from the player, despite the otherwise surreal nature of life in Yakuza's world. Almost didn't remember that a guy hid in a trash can that you beat up just to beat you up earlier. it is amazing. I really think it is amazing, the tonal shift that the game can achieve. And the fact that, yeah, like, the first time I did this battle, like, seriously emotional. I could barely contain it. It's only the fact I've done this fight once before, that I'm holding it in. Fantastic way to end the game. Phenomenal fight, phenomenal character. He's got a great character arc. I just wanted more of him, really. But yeah, even at the end, given it all he's got, still can't beat Kiryu. And that's the end of Yakuza Kiwami. I'll just let this play out. Good old hydrate to finish, eh?
最後のけじめくらい俺につけさせる。やめろ、やめるんだ錦錦。
The people of Kamurocho were saved. And they were miraculously unharmed.
ごめんね、はるか。やっとお母さんって言ってもらえたのに。
ユミ、10年前。いや、それよりずっと前から言えなくてすまなかった。好きだった、お前のことが。
カズマ、これあなたが持っていてくれたの。
シンジのやつが死ぬ前に錦から奪い返したんだ。
よかった、また帰ってきた。あなたが私にくれたたった一つのプレゼントだもんね。ありがとうね。私結局全てから逃げてたのかもしれない。あなたからも錦山くんからも。でもね、私後悔はないの。あなたを忘れないためにまた記憶がなくなってしまっても。
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
この入れ墨を入れたの。月下美人、一夜でもいい、一目でもいいからもう一回カズマに会いたかった。その夢が叶ったの。お母さん。はるか、いい。はるかはどんなことがあっても逃げちゃダメ。逃げたら私みたいに幸せ逃がしちゃうから。いい？絶対に逃げちゃダメ。
Yeah, pretty horrible way to go. Poor Haruka. She has had a really terrible couple of weeks.
動くな、そのまま手を上げろ。桐生一馬だな。
おい、やめろ。
しかし
事情は後で話す。お前ら銃を下げろ。
Date-san here to be useful.
桐生、お前は悪くねえ。だがこの山で逮捕されたらもうシャバに出れん。俺についてこい。もういいんだ、伊達さん。ユミも錦も風間のおやつさんももうみんないない。だから人思いに逮捕してくれ。ふざけるな。お前の戦いはまだ終わってねえはずだ。覚 けがえのねえものを守り続けろ。逃げるんじゃねえ。かけがえのない。そうだ、お前が無所に行けばこの子はまた一人だ。お前それでもいいのか。だってさ、会長待ってください。来やがったな。おい桐生、こっちだ。じゃあお前らしっかりやれよ。行くぜ。頼む。ちゃんと終わったのかよ、襲名式と引退式は。ああ、義理は果たしたつもりだ。しかし聞いたことねえよな、組長の襲名披露と引退式が同時なんてよ。で、五代目は誰にしたんだ？まあ、世良会長やおやつさんに恥ずかしくねえやつにしたよ。誰なんだ？まあ、意外なやつだよ。おい、元会長。つけられてるぞ。え？おい、もしかしてあいつが五代目なのか？ああ、奴ならきっちり登場会を立て直すさ。
Cinematography in the series is top notch as well. One of those games that feels like a movie whenever a cutscene appears. Yeah, I do feel bad for like being quiet, but I want the characters and the direction to sort of speak for themselves. It is really impressive. You're right. It's what gives the stories their emotional power, I think, in a way.
しばらくさやと暮らしてみるよ。今までになかった家庭ってのを楽しんでみるさ。おう、じゃあなおさら俺がいない方がいいな。ああ、もう胃が痛い毎日とはおさらばだよ。じゃあな、もう警察の世話になんじゃねえぞ。大丈夫だ、あいつと一緒なんだからな。そうだな。
And the puppy. Well, we finally made it all the way to the end of Yakuza Kiwami. Sometimes I didn't think I was going to make it. Sometimes I said, no, you know what? This game doesn't suit my streaming style. I can't play this anymore. I'm not gonna finish it. This might be one of the few games I'm not gonna finish. But I stuck to it, and I think, I found a style that ended up really working for it. And as I said earlier in the stream, I'm gonna probably return to this game from time to time, just when I need a game that's a bit more relaxing, something a bit sillier, or something that provides a bit more of the power fantasy stuff we were talking about before, that, I can just talk over the combat, and we can, have a bit more of a relaxed chat. It'll be something that I do come back to. Just chip away at 100% or something, very slowly. Haruka Trauma any percent run. Yeah, that wasn't a particularly good speed run, was it? But Haruka certainly got traumatized a lot during that playthrough. She saw a lot of horrible things and went through a lot of horrible experiences. But I hope you enjoyed weird staggered playthrough that took place across more than an entire year. It's been a long time coming to finish it, but I'm really pleased I was able to, because I think sticking with it has made me a better streamer, a more confident streamer. I'm still learning a lot about how to entertain on stream, how to make a game more interesting. Still trying to find the balance between analytical commentary and relaxing a little sometimes. But I think this game actually was, especially in these last few streams, able to draw something really good out of my stream style. So again, I do appreciate as well if you have watched the whole series, or even if you just stop by and just watch this one. I do really appreciate it. This is one of my favorite games, one of my favorite series now. So even if I'm not able to catalog any more of my experiences with this series online, I think more than happy to have this playthrough stand as a testament to how much I do love this game. Apart from the Jingu fight sucks. I hate the Jingu fight, but other than that, I said it before. Personally, my favorite streamer. That's really lovely. Yeah, you put a big smile on my face. Thank you very much, Javier. Came for the analysis, stayed for the Trev analysis. Yeah, it's interesting. It's been a bumpy road to get to even the level of expertise I'm at now with streaming, and I've still got a long way to go. Got a long path ahead of me, I hope. And I hope that if you're watching, you stick with me on the path and watch as I get better. I do sincerely appreciate your support. And thanks, Yaviest. I really do appreciate it. It's. Don't think the road is as long as you think. Thanks. I mean, there's always going to be more to learn, I guess. Just take a detour. Yeah, no doubt I will. No doubt I will take a number of detours. I think that just seems to be how things go. But yeah, I know I've already learned a lot, and I know I'm getting better every time I stream. And if I can just keep up a routine, I think I'll just keep getting better. It's going to be keeping up the routine, of course. It's going to be the tricky thing. Goodness knows life is busy enough, but the fact I was able to see this game through to the end, that means a lot. That's a boost, personally. What do I code in? Java or C# most of the time, yeah. And a bit of Python here and there, yeah. And I have been did do some JavaScript and stuff earlier this year. So I'll travel down that road too when I need to. Lots of projects on the horizon, lots of stuff to do. I'm excited for what comes next and what I'm gonna do now that I've finished another game. Have to pick something else exciting to play. But thanks. I was tossing up between Python and C++. Python's pretty good. It's fairly easy to understand and write. I don't have as much experience with C++, so I can't give you a lot of advice there. But either of those actually are probably solid languages. Python is probably the easier language to start with. Though the stuff in Python Python like strips back a lot of the syntax, so if you were to try a harder language, you might have to learn some more advanced things here and there. But overall, I mean, the best thing to do, as with anything, just try something. Just like try something and get stuck into it and enjoy it and get what you can out of it. Because I think that's really what life is all about, isn't it? This whole thing started because a couple of people left comments saying they liked the description on my videos and about the pathologic characters, and I said, you know what? Hey, maybe I can try this. And I went ahead and I tried it, and here I am. And you know, life would be very different for me if I hadn't taken just that chance. Just said, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a go at this, and I found out I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to get better at it, and that's how we ended up here at the end of Yakuza Kiwami, having a great time. Have experience with HTML. HTML, yeah, not, you know, pretty nice language as well, and Python, one of the best languages for beginners. Yeah, it's again worth dipping your toes in. Just go for it. What's the harm gonna be? Right. Satisfying ending.
またしまったな。
この子と遊んでたから。私もう行かなくちゃ。元気でね。
連れてくか。
ここにいればこの子はお母さんと会えるかもしれないから。あ、お母さん。
ごめんね、ゆうちゃん。遅くなっちゃった。
Can the dog fight? Yes, absolutely.
サンタさん、今年も来てくれるかな。
そうね。
Is the secret boss fight.
してたらきっと来てくれるわ。
じゃあ私いい子にする。毎
The
晩
dog was behind
書い
everything.
てあげるから。
あら、ほんと嬉しいわ。それじゃ早くお家に帰ってサンタさんを迎える準備しないとね。
Just like Silent Hill.
帰ろう。ねえ、おじさんは何歳までサンタさん信じてた？
え？いや、いくつだっけな。
信じてたんだ。
悪かったな。
Nothing wrong with believing. The end. So yeah, thanks to everyone one more time for watching, for indulging, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got something out of that 18-hour playthrough. 93 street battles, only 28% completion. The end. Legend difficulty has been unlocked. Hey, maybe one day we'll see if I can bring myself to fight Jingu on legendary difficulty. We'll see. But yeah, that's Yakuza Kiwami for you. Trenches next, maybe. And if you enjoyed it, be sure to pick up a Yakuza game for yourself, because watching it's one thing, but playing them is another. Huge amount of fun. Hope they decide to make this game into a series. It really deserves it. Absolutely, it does. You will not be disappointed. I will give it a look, give it a go. I'm excited to try it. Right, hope everyone has good rest of their day. and I will see you all possibly later this week, possibly next week. Depends how things shake out, but regardless, one final thank you, and catch you all later.